Aloha. I got super inspired after sending out a little short this morning for Reiki and chanting, so I felt inspired again and decided to share a little more on that, a little more instructional on Reiki and mantras and chanting and what that's all about and how that can support you as a Reiki practitioner. So my name is Eleanor Corey. I'm a Reiki master teacher, have been practicing Reiki for 20 years and teaching for 19. I'm also a Kundalini Yoga practitioner and teacher and spiritual and life guide, lead sacred journeys and all kinds of good stuff. So what I have found with Reiki is that sometimes the whole concept of Reiki and this Reiki symbols and chanting and mantras gets kind of overlooked. Chanting the Reiki mantras is just as powerful as chanting the Sanskrit mantras or any yogic mantras. They have a powerful, powerful effect on us. And one of the first Reiki mantras is the 5 Reiki principles. It's known as a Kododama in the Japanese Reiki system. And Kododama, one of its meanings is the power of the word. There's power in the word, and there's like a vibration, a frequency in the word. And that has actually been tested. Some of you might know Matsuru Emoto, who did the water crystal tests where he put water drops under a microscope and he put different words associated with the water drops, and the crystalline structure of the water drop changed depending on the word. Of course, words in higher frequency like love and truth and hope, had a beautiful effect to the water drop, and then words like evil or I hate you, everything was completely distorted. They also showed how water drops from a polluted lake, I believe it was transformed from a Buddhist chant. And so it's been tested how word and sound and mantra shifts the water molecules that are us. We are predominantly water. The earth is predominantly water. They even say that the universe is soluble. So the power of word and the power of mantra and chanting, there's such a vibrational tonality and frequency to chanting. It shifts our cells. Our cells are soluble, are fluid. So the power of chanting the Reiki symbols can have such a profound effect on us, particularly in the day. So for myself, I chant the Reiki symbols every morning, and it's one of the many chants that I chant in the morning. It's one of the many mantras that I chant in the morning. And sometimes I'll spend a few minutes, sometimes longer. Sometimes, it's the chants get reduced. And I do this because it's not about doing something that's outside of myself. It's really, the chanting is connecting to aspects within myself and realigning to that within myself. The reality is that the Reiki symbols are who we are, and they are intended to be embodied. So when we chant them, we are aligning with those qualities that are intrinsic within us. So when we chant the power symbol, we reconnect with that grounded, centered aspect of ourselves, and we reconnect to the flow of Reiki that is moving within us and is powerfully moving within us and is available to us anytime, anywhere. That's the power symbol. The mental emotional symbol really supports us in that mental emotional balance, in balancing and harmonizing, in accessing and connecting to that ability to transform our mental and emotional state so that we're not stuck and we're able to move from suffering into blessings and transforming those hardships that come our way. The remote symbol is really beautiful in helping us to realign to our innate wholeness. So the remote symbol, sometimes we think that it's something to do outside of us, to send remotely, but actually when we chant the symbol of the remote symbol, we're really coming back to the fact that we are whole, and that the original human is of right mind. We are of right mind, we are of right body, we are of right heart now. And the foundation and source of who we are is right consciousness. That is the remote symbol. And the master symbol is just the showering of that light of who we are and our connection to our soul and our source, which is Reiki. So I'm not going to actually teach the symbols in this tutorial, in this vlog, and I'm not going to put them up on this vlog. Even though you can find them all over the internet, I find it's something that if you want to learn them, and if you're new to Reiki, you need to learn them in a training. That's my experience, and that's what I feel, most authentic with. But this definitely is supportive for individuals that are already trained in Reiki to help you with empowering you to chant those symbols. So one of the ways that I like to chant through the symbols is that I'll just find my own tone with it, and it can change. Sometimes it's slower, sometimes it's faster. I like to emphasize the vowels. And I just, as I'm chanting them, I'm meditating, because that's what chanting is. It's meditation as well. So I am meditating on the qualities of those symbols. And symbols are symbols. They're symbolizing aspects of us. They're symbolizing aspects of the universe that is us, that is within us. They are symbolizing and in a way activating us in that direction of what we would like to experience in our lives, in our bodies, in our service, in our work. The symbols help to direct consciousness and helps to elevate our consciousness. So when we're chanting them as a mantra, one of its meanings is protection of the mind. So we're really helping to create that frequency around our mind so that we're not getting pulled in all the craziness of our own thoughts, and then also the kind of bombardment of the thoughts that are coming through the waves of the technology that we are, constantly in the sea of these days. And so mantra is so beautiful. So I highly recommend it as a morning practice. It's really great to start your day. And then what's so great is that you can chant the symbols throughout the day. And again, to bring you back to that place of that the chanting and that the symbols, and that as we're chanting them, it's not something that we're invoking outside of us. It's actually something we're invoking within us, and we're shifting that molecular makeup within us, and it's shifting our cells, it's shifting our field, and it's shifting our life direction, as mantra does. So I hope that this is a little inspiring and helpful. If it is, please let me know. Comment below. Let me know where you're connecting from, and let me know if you'd like to hear more on this topic, symbols and mantra and Reiki, and any other topics that you'd like to hear related to Reiki or Kundalini Yoga or any kind of wisdom teachings. I'd love to share and support.